What's up, Comic Frontline? It's Mr. J here, and I am back. We're back at it once again, you guys. DC Rebirth was just announced. We did a whole live show talking about all the released titles and all that information. We had a good time with that, and we appreciate everyone who joined in on that. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. But, in honor of these new announcements, we decided to do another week of top fives. And this top five is, of course, as you can tell by the title, top five DC Rebirth titles that are going to be my top five pulls. So these are going to be the top five books that Mr. J will be adding to his pull list in regards to DC Rebirth. And now all of us are not going to include the 80-page Rebirth special, which will kick off the event but doesn't really count. However, I am really excited about that. Before I get started, I want to get some honorable mentions out of the way. Honorable mentions go to Batman, Batgirl, um, Batman, Batgirl, Aquaman, Titans Hunt, Green Lanterns, a bunch of other great books that I'm looking forward to and adding to my pull, but didn't quite make the list because we could only narrow it down to five. And actually, for this one, I'll be reading off my phone because I'm pulling up an article on ComicFrontline.com that lists all the information on the titles that we know of right now. And I'll leave that link down in the description below in case you want to know more information if you didn't get a chance to catch the live stream or our live show. So we're going to get started with my number five. With that, all right, so number five is, of course, Birds of Prey. And this one is one that I talked about in my last top five as a team that I wanted to see return in the DC Comics Rebirth. And I'm really excited that it is back. And it is written by actually two of the writers behind the hit CW show The 100, which I am now going to catch up on because I want to get a taste of their writing since I'm really looking forward to this book. Now, a quick little reread here of some of the information behind Batgirl and the Birds of Prey. Again, like I said, it's coming out on July 20th, and it is written by Julie Benson and Shauna Benson. I wonder if they're related. That would be cool. And the description says Barbara gets help from Dinah, Black Canary, and Helena, Huntress, when someone using her former identity of Oracle, and someone is using her former identity of Oracle. Also, a mafia family is hiring metahuman hit muscle with a gang named the Snake Man. Really interesting. So we're getting to back to the core of the Birds of Prey. This main trio of Helena Bertinelli, who I'm assuming after the end of Grayson, Spiral will kind of fall, and so Helena will maybe get back to the roots of her character with the mob connection, which I'm thinking that's where the second story arc with the whole mob family that hires metahuman hitmen is going to happen. It looks like Helena and Babs don't see eye to eye. Of course, Dinah is back. She has a new look, which I like the new look. The art is going to be done by Claire Rowe, and the price point, as usual for these Rebirth titles, is $2.99, and it's going to ship monthly. So, my number four book, we're going to head to the Superman family, and we are going to talk about Action Comics. That's right, a book that I don't normally get, but I'm really excited for because of the fact that I've been loving Lois and Clark so far. And of course, Action Comics is one of those books that's going to be shipping twice a month, and it's going to be going back to its original pre-52 numbering, counting the previous 52 issues. So it's going to start at issue number 957. And it's written by Dan Jurgens, with art by Patrick Zurcher, Tyler Kirkman, Steven Segovia, and Steven Segovia is the second artist. And the plot is Lois, Clark, and John come to Metropolis when Lex is calling himself the new Superman in a power suit and tries to And the normal Superman tries to figure it out. Um, Likes calling himself the new Superman in a power suit and tries to figure out who this new Lois and Clark are. Really interesting. Again, I've been loving Lois and Clark. I'm sorry I'm fumbling on all the readings, you guys, but I'm really loving Lois and Clark. I like that John and Lois are, and Pre-52 Clark Kent, Superman, are going to be in Metropolis again. The look is really cool for the suit, and I like Lex's power suit, and the whole new Clark Kent thing is going to be very interesting to see how they deal with it. So, moving on to my number 3 book, we're going back to the Bat family real quick. And we're going to talk about, of course, Detective Comics, which is going to also going back to the Pre-52 numbering. And it's going to start with issue number 934. And that one is going to be also twice a month, and it's going to be $2.99. The writing is going to be done by James Tynion IV. Art is going to be by Eddie Burrows and Alvaro Martinez. And it's going to be, again, like I said, bi-monthly, twice a month. And the plot is Batman and Batwoman form a Bat family team. They co-lead with Tim as Red Robin, Stephanie as Spoiler, Cassandra in her new identity, and Clayface. So this is going to be interesting. Like they said in the pitch, it's going to be basically, Batman boot camp. And I really hope that Kate is going to be Bruce's equal in this. I think that would be a really cool angle. Because Kate, for those of you guys who don't know, had a very successful run of Detective Comics pre-52. So I think it'd be really cool. It's really cool having her in the title again. And I want to see what Clayface's role is in all this. And I want to see, how, Bruce and Kate are going to rally these young heroes together against this new threat that's going to be hunting them down and all that stuff. It's going to be really interesting, and it looks like definitely Batman and Robin Eternal is going to play a heavy factor in that. And the newest issue comes out this week, tomorrow, as I'm recording this, or as this is first going up on Tuesday. So yeah, really excited for that. It's a really interesting team, really cool concept. I like Tynion IV's writing. I think he's going to do a great job, especially because it seems like a story that he really wants to tell. He even said, "This is the Bat Family book I've been waiting for my entire life." And with that kind of passion behind it, this great art team, and these amazing characters, I am super excited. I'm a diehard Batman fan, which is why most of my top 5 constitutes with Bat Family titles, but are you really that surprised? So my number 2 has to go to, of course, we're still in the Bat Family, and we're talking about my favorite member of the Bat Family, besides Batman, although he was a Batman, Dick Grayson, Richard John Grayson, Nightwing. That's right, Nightwing is back, and he's back in blue. So Nightwing is going to be also twice a month. It's going to start on July 27th. And this is going to be written by Tim Seeley, who I'm a fan of with his revival work. He also did Grayson, which, I wasn't that big of a fan of, but I'm going to give him a chance with this because he does know Dick Grayson's character very well. So the the art, let me go for the art real quick. The art is by Javi Fernandez and Marcus 2. Marcus 2 has really great artwork. I'm not familiar with Javi Fernandez, but if Javi Fernandez's art is anything like these cover images we're seeing, it's fantastic. So, yeah, the arc is going to be called Better Than Batman. Find Nightwing, Better Than Batman finds Nightwing being mentored by a new character named Raptor. So that's going to be very interesting. Nightwing is, again, striking out on his own, and this time he's going to be going under a new mentor. I mean, Dick seems a little old to, be under somebody's wing. However, I think this might just be, Dick learning some new methods, some new tricks of the trade that might be able to make himself, just a little bit more effective than Batman. I think the whole Better Than Batman thing is more of a metaphor to, Batman's whole mission of taking in Dick was to make him a better better hero than Batman, because Batman never got that closure of his parents' murder. That's the whole reason he took Dick in, so that he would, and so that he wouldn't end up like him, that he could rise above that. So I think that's a cool angle. I'm really excited to see where that goes. Nightwing, again, is my favorite member of the Bat family besides Batman, so I'm really hyped to see this, and he's back in the blue costume. So ready. So what could be my number one? This is really obvious if you know me. Come on, we're gonna go to, I guess this technically. I mean, for some reason this is in the Super Family, so I got to scroll down to make sure I get to the information for it. And of course, at number one title, drum roll please. You probably can't hear it, but I'm trying to make a drum roll on my bed. That my number one most anticipated DC Rebirth title is Wonder Woman. Oh man, I'm sorry if I shattered some of your screens and glasses with my purposely off-key singing. I'm not gonna belt it out this time. Uh, but anyway, it is written by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Greg Rucka. Oh my god. My absolute favorite Wonder Woman run was done by Greg Rucka. I thought Greg Rucka was never going to come back to DC after that huge falling out he had. Ironically, which was in regards to Wonder Woman, really. Like, that they wouldn't let him do the Wonder Woman story he wanted to do, which actually kind of is tied to this plot. I think also they were going to give him Wonder Woman Earth 1, but they gave it to Morrison instead. But I think that second part is just a rumor. But anyway, let's get down to this plot. Of course, like I said, it's going to be written by Greg Rucka, the man Greg Rucka. And the art is going to be done by Liam Sharp and Nicola Scott. That's right, Greg Rucka and Nicola Scott, the creative team behind one of my absolute current favorite indie series, Black Magic, are going to be doing Wonder Woman, my favorite female superhero of all time, and one of my top 3 favorite DC characters of all time. Oh my god, I'm so ready. So hyped. Okay, so this title is actually going to be, covering 2 separate plot lines. And with the, so I'm going to read it off here. The title will tell 2 concurrent stories, with Sharp on the art for the odd-numbered issues. That will tell the story in the present day DCU, while Scott will do the art for the even-numbered issues, which will tell a year 1 story, and the 2 stories will be concurrent. So, of course, the present day story is called The Lies, and this one we find that the lasso of truth is not working for the Amazon princess, and so she has to go on a journey which will uncover some major secrets on Wonder Woman's past that may change things forever. So, of course, this is basically, as I called it on the live show, Wonder Woman and her retcon adventures. So, hopefully, they're going to fix all that messed up crap that was in the Brian Azzarello, Cliff Chang 34-plus issue arc. If you're a fan of that story, I am sorry. You can hate me all you want in the comments. Whatever. I personally didn't like it as a Wonder Woman fan. I mean, it was. I thought the art choices were pretty creative, but the story was just kind of dragged out. But I'm not going to get into a rant here. Meredith, if you're watching this, I loved your run as well. I really hope you get Shazam for DC Rebirth. But man, Wonder Woman, I feel like is in great hands. Like this is Greg Rucka's baby. I'm really excited. I absolutely love Greek mythology. Wonder Woman Year 1, as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh my god. Because Legends of Wonder Woman right now has currently been one of my favorite books to read from DC. Written by and drawn by Renee Delis. And, of course, colors by Ray Dillon. That book is amazing, and that's kind of Wonder Woman Year 1 in a way. But man, I can't wait to see what Greg Rucka does with it, especially because the color Scott is on the artwork. As you can tell, I'm really geeking out right now, and I'm trying to hold myself back. Okay, breathe. Okay, but yeah, guys, those are my top 5, must pulls for DC Rebirth. Let me know what you guys' top 5 are in the comments down below. what are you looking forward to the most? Are you really excited for DC Rebirth? Because I am pretty sure everyone here on Comic Frontline is. I know I am. And if you haven't checked out Jay's video, which came out yesterday, definitely go check that out. He has a nice list as well. I like that, so far we've got a very, diverse little list of top fives, but there's obviously gonna be some overlap because a lot of us have similar tastes. But definitely let us know your top five in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to leave this video a like to let me know you enjoyed it. And as always, guys, don't forget to follow Comic Frontline on Twitter and Facebook. And don't forget to download Frontline Live on iTunes tonight. And don't forget to tune in tonight for Frontline Live, where we'll get to hear everyone else's thoughts on DC Rebirth, besides the three frontliners that were on the live show this past weekend. So you'll get to hear what Chris and Michael, as well as Mike Spider-Slayer, thought of DC Rebirth and the live stream as well. Definitely tune in for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. We'll hope to see you tonight, and I hope you enjoyed this video for my top 5 DC Rebirth titles that I'm going to be adding to my pool. Until next time, guys, this is Jay for Comic Frontline, and like I always say, once comic book geek, always comic book geek. And to clarify, Mr. J, not other J, but I'm sure you know that by now. Peace.